The Trinidad and Tobago government initiates criminal proceedings over a 2017 oil spill. And in sport, West Indies A take an unbeatable Test series lead over England Lions. I'm Ricardo Roberts, and this is Caribbean in 10 for Wednesday, February 21st. I'll be back with the details in just a moment.
Tonight, he's great. Drinks and the girls look lovely, so it's all good.
And why do you always come back here?
Good setting, good vibes, good music, good people.
It's a wonderful occasion. I think the turnout is good for the first month of the year. Everyone is supporting Mother Vibes, and that is a testament to the quality of the event.
Solar energy, or energy from the sun, is one of the cleanest and most abundant renewable energy sources. It can be converted into thermal energy, also known as heat, or electrical energy, to be used in homes, businesses, and schools, like the Signal Hill Secondary School. It's now the first school on the island to be using solar energy via these solar panels on the roof of its library to power its computers.
The Trinidad and Tobago government is taking both civil and criminal action against the owners of a vessel responsible for an oil spill in Chaguaramas in October last year. Energy Minister Franklin Khan made the disclosure as he said that authorities were able to identify the vessel responsible for the October 15, 2017 spill. But he said that based on legal advice, the name of the vessel and its owners will remain out of the public domain for now. Samples of oil had been taken from vessels that were docked in Chaguaramas at the time of the spill, and authorities were able to narrow down one vessel with an identical match to the bilge oil found in the water. The spill cost the state $2 million TT in cleanup operations. In the Bahamas, health officials will recommend to Cabinet that sin tax be introduced to pay for the country's national health insurance. Health Minister Dr. Dwayne Sands made the disclosure as he said the national health insurance cannot succeed unless Bahamians make sacrifices to support it. He says the idea is still in the early stages, but if approved, the tax would affect items like alcohol, cigarettes, and foods high in corn syrup.
If you pull up and you got a $5 bill, I see no reason why we can't add 50 cents or 75 cents to that bill. That goes directly to funding NHI. That goes directly to paying for some of these expensive services. The argument could be made that the people who consume these types of food tend to be the less wealthy among us. And so what we need to do is to make sure that, they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions, right? That we don't put even more trouble on the backs of the people who are making it with great difficulty right now.
Jamaica's Education Minister Real Reid says a high school student's recent threat of mass killing is a wake-up call for all educational institutions to activate their safety and security plan. The student of the Wolmer's Boys School, who was detained by police and questioned on Monday after releasing a voice note suggesting that he would carry out a shooting, has since been released into the custody of his parents. Lawmen determined that the teen did not have the capacity to execute the threat. Although saying that schools are generally prepared for any eventuality, the education minister said they must be on guard.
When we look at the high levels of crime and violence in our country, it is not unthinkable that we have youngsters who are in distress for several reasons. And, I've already indicated to my team long before this happened that we have to create a very robust system of response to these kind of emerging situations. And the JTA has raised it with us already. ACP Minto mentioned yesterday about our plan to roll out timeout facilities and so on, strengthen our social service network, more social workers, strengthening and guidance counseling unit.
The British charity Oxfam has apologized to the government of Haiti for the sexual misconduct of some of its staff during a mission following the devastating earthquake of 2010. Oxfam's regional director, Simone Ticehurst, says that apology was communicated to Haiti's Minister of Planning and External Cooperation, Aviol Florent, at a meeting on Monday. Florent, meantime, said his government is investigating a possible cover-up. Earlier this month, police reports surfaced that Oxfam employees paid sex workers while on an aid mission to the French-speaking CARICOM nation. Oxfam says 7 employees have left the organization based on an international probe carried out in 2011. It was also revealed that 4 members of staff were fired and 3 others were allowed to resign over the allegations. Stay with us, your Midday Sport is next. Spinners Jomel Warrican and Rakeem Cornwall combined to bowl West Indies to a stunning innings and 17 runs victory and an unbeatable 2-0 series lead over England Lions in the second test yesterday. Left-arm spinner Warrican bagged 4 for 69 from 27.2 overs to end with match figures of 12 for 103, making him a shoe-in for the Player of the Match award. Off-spinner Cornwall supported with 4 for 88 from 38 overs as the Lions were bowled out for 260 in their second innings about half hour before the scheduled close on the third day of the match at Sabina Park. Now, several of the Lions' batsmen got starts without carrying on. Liam Livingstone led the way with 48, Paul Culling supported with 47, Jack Leach made 29, Mason Crane got 25, Nick Gubbins added 22, Alex Davies scored 21, and their captain Keaton Jennings contributed with 20. The result followed a 2-wicket victory for the hosts in the first test, which ended last Sunday at the Trelawney Multipurpose Complex in Jamaica. And weakened title holders Barbados Pride will take a giant step towards the defense of their regional Super 50 title when they take on English County Kent in the first semi-final under lights in Antigua today. Flaunting an array of West Indies stars in the early stages of the tournament, Pride barreled their way through the preliminary round, eventually toppling Group A in Bridgetown with 27 points. They opened with a 4-game winning streak before losing some of their momentum towards the end of the group stage with 2 defeats in their last 4 matches. Now, with the likes of Test and one-day captain Jason Holder, Shea Hope, Carlos Bradford, Ashley Nurse and Kemara Roach all having left for West Indies duty, Pride faced the challenge of coping with the pressure and demands of a crucial semi-final. Kent ended second on 25 points in Group B behind Jaguars, but they looked to shock the heavily favoured Pride. That's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.